Hello guys, we are on to question 3 of electrostatic calculation. My name is Engineer Holiday. So now let's start. If a student places 2 coins of identical charges, this is coin number 1 Q1, coins number 2 Q2, at a distance of 3.8 meter, 3.8 meter apart, distance from each other in a liquid. Let's say this is a liquid. In a liquid of dielectric constant 74. That means dielectric constant can also be likely to be relative permittivity 74. Now say calculate the number of electrons on each coin. That means each coin is a charge and they are separated by a distance. In a liquid, this is liquid. Don't forget, in other question that we solve, question 2, we assume air. But in this question, the force here is equal to K absolute Q1 absolute of Q2 over epsilon naught R square. So that is what we want to use for what? It's the same thing with what? 1 over 4 pi epsilon Q1 absolute Q2 absolute over R square, where this epsilon is equal to what? Epsilon naught times epsilon. Don't forget, epsilon is equal to permittivity of the medium equal to permittivity in free space or in vacuum times relative permittivity, which you call dielectric constant. Now in this case, now the relative permittivity is equal to 1 in air, but in a medium it is not equal to 1. So that's why this formula now, it now becomes in air, it now becomes F equals to K and 1 over 4 pi permittivity Q1 absolute Q2 absolute over R squared. That is in air. So that is why, because the relative permittivity in air is equal to what? 1. Now in this question, they also told us that Q1 equal to Q2. Why? Because they mentioned the word identical charges. So underline on the board. So since the identical charges, let's call them equal to Q. Let's say Q1 equal to Q2 equal to Q. Therefore, this formula which you are going to apply, because it's in medium, this one now is in medium. This one in air, while this formula is in medium. So we are going to use this one now. So if you make F the subject of formula by cross multiplying, we are going to add what? Don't forget our K is what? 9 times x power 9. Then our Q1 is equal to Q2 equal to what? Q absolute in terms of their magnitude also. Then we have our relative permittivity as 74. Also we have our distance apart as the R or D as 3.8. Don't forget meter. Then what again are we giving? We have our relative, we have taken our relative, we know our K, we are looking for our charge, unknown. Don't forget our charge is what? Unknown. Don't forget the unit of this one is Newton meter square per column. Now let's go ahead. Now if you make Q what? From here, the formula becomes F equals to K Q all square all over epsilon or R square. Because now the two of them are equal. So if you make it the subject of formula, make Q the subject of formula, what I want to have is cross multiply. I want to have what? Q K Q1 or Q naught square or absolute Q square is equals to what? F epsilon R square. It's a cross multiply. Then dividing both sides by K in order to make Q the subject of formula. This one will cancel this. Therefore, we now have what? Absolute what? Q equal to square root of what? Now, how do we get the square root? Don't forget that Q square is what is remaining. To man make Q the subject of formula, in this case now, is to take square root of both sides to remove this square. So if you take square root of both sides, it becomes what? F the force, epsilon r square all over what? K. So that is the formula to apply to get our charge first. Now if you do that, quite all right, that means we do that, we are going to have what? Put the value, substitute the value there. We are going to have force is equal to 55. Force is given as 55 Newton. Where is it? It's given to us as 55 times, as supposed to write it down the parameter. Then our epsilon r is 74 times. What about our the relative permittivity given to us is what? 3.8 square accordingly. Then we are going to have what? 9 times 10 to the power 9. If you do that, what you are going to have is what? 0.002555 there about 40 something. Now leave it like that first. Column. Now that's what we are going. What we are going is that they said calculate the number of electrons. Look at the question here. Calculate the what? The number of what? Of electrons on each coin. So I'm emphasizing on that part of the question. Please follow me so that you can learn from that. Now, what is the relationship between the charge on each coin and the number of electrons that each coin carry? According to principle of quantization, go and watch the first video where I explained the theoretical aspect of this particular topic. He said the word, the charge isolated is equal to the integral multiple of an electron. So that is to say, absolute Q is equal to NE. That's what he's saying. So the absolute of charge Q is equal to NE. So that means N equal to what? Absolute of U over E. To find the what? Where N is what? The number of what? Of electrons that we are looking for. And what our E? E is electronic charge 1.602 times 10 raised to the power minus 19 column, or what we call electronic charge. Then our charge has already been solved. This is our Q. So let us now put the value there. I would have N equals to Q is what? 0.002555 and like that, 42555 and 40 something. Then divide by what? The electronic charge, which is 1.602 times 10 raised to the power minus 19. If you solve it, I will going to have 1.55 times 10 raised to the power 16, but which is approximately 2 times 10 raised to the power what? 16. No units, don't forget, because column here will cancel column here. So that is what we are going to have. If you solve it, you can press your calculator and play with it. This is what you are going to what? Get as our final answer. So if you check the option A, it does not go with it. 3 times 10 to the power 6 electrons. Don't forget, electron will be added. Electrons. B is what? 2 times 10 to the power 16 electrons. No. Yes, that is the answer. C is not the answer. D is not the answer. E is not the answer. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also have fun. Now, please make sure you click the notification button and subscribe. My name is Engineer Holiday, aka the Tekwete Master. They call me Shortcut Master. Thank you very much. I love you guys for watching our video. Thank you.